Union Public Schools has a lot to brag about. Not only is the National Teacher of the Year from Union, so is the State Superintendent of the Year. Today we welcome Dr. Kirt Hartzler to the program, and congratulations.
Thank you.
This is a big time for Union. I know with Rebecca Peterson receiving this national honor and now this. What do you think this says about the district?
Well, I have to attribute to the fact that collectively speaking, we have amazing teachers, amazing staff, and certainly from my position, they make me look a whole lot better than really what I am. But Rebecca being National Teacher of the Year, I don't think it's probably a big surprise for anybody who knows her. She's just outstanding.
It's been a really interesting year when it comes to education in Oklahoma, actually several years now. You know, we've struggled with salary pay for the teachers. We've struggled with really pouring into the schools. As a superintendent, how challenging has that been for you?
Well, it's been very challenging. You know, throughout the course of my tenure, which is almost 40 years now, it's one thing that we've continued to struggle with, and that is, you know, funding schools adequately compared to our regional partners around the area. But the other thing that concerns me the most, Leanne, right now is our really teacher shortage. I think it is at an acute level that we really need to pay attention to. In 2017, I think we issued, or the state did, I think it was 43 emergency certified teachers, and today we're upwards around 4,000.
Wow.
So it's a serious issue that we're going to have to address.
How hard did the pandemic impact teaching? Because it really changed the dynamic and how student-teacher interaction was, and I think teachers may have just gotten frustrated and tired.
Well, I think certainly it affected everyone, right? Even the students, the families, and certainly teachers. But we see some hope now that we're on kind of the back end of that, and we're getting back to, I think, in a more normal state, and that's a good thing. But certainly we're at a point now where, in my opinion, I think as a state, we're going to have to rally around and work with our young people in convincing them about why they might choose teaching as a profession, because it really is a worthwhile profession. I didn't start off in teaching. I started off in business and then made that transition 38 years ago into teaching. It's something that I've never regretted.
And you've spent almost your entire career in this district, moving up from teacher to principal to super. What was that trajectory for you?
Well, I like to say that if you just hang around long enough, eventually they don't know what to do with you, so they make you a superintendent. But truly, I've been uncommonly blessed. I have an amazing team. I love the Union community. Our community is highly supportive of what we do, and yeah, we're riding an amazing wave right now in terms of the academic achievements and the engagement. We're at record levels, engagements in athletics and fine arts and clubs and organizations. So we've just got to keep this going.
As you, I guess, are submitted to the national level, is that what? Explain to us kind of how this works.
Well, so once you're recognized as the State Superintendent of the Year, you now are in a national competition along with the other 49 recipients who also receive their state recognition. And so over the course of the next year, you'll submit your resume and your body of work, and then from there they narrow it down to finalist, and then from the finalist position you go through interviews, and eventually they will name a National Superintendent of the Year.
In talking with Rebecca Peterson, the National Teacher of the Year, and kind of her goal for her, what would be your goal, do you think, if you become National Super? Well,
you know, it's not something that you really, from my standpoint, it's not something that you really desire to have, but if it can bring, you know, national attention to certainly Union Public Schools in the state of Oklahoma, that's the thing. We have amazing, collectively speaking, teachers in Oklahoma. We have some of the highest number of national board certified teachers in the nation, and I just think we've got to continue to promote the goodness of what public education is. It's still a common good, and it's still a right and a rightful thing. We've just got to make sure that we're really kind of preaching that throughout the nation.
Do you know yet what the timetable is on when the national award is announced?
You know, I really don't. I've kind of probably got to wait for an email or a letter at some point in time to say, okay, now it's time for you to make application and to submit your resume and your body of work, and then yeah, and then we'll go from there. You know, we're trying to get ready for school.
Right.
We're about a month away,
sure.
And so there's a lot of moving parts to making things happen to be ready for our kids the first day.
I know you're looking forward to the new year, and it'd be really cool if you got to be National Superintendent. Keep us posted.
Will do.
Great to see you.